You could even hand it to me from the, yeah, like, all right. All right. I have to say, this is the absolute first time I've seen this packaging. It's been a long, long time since I've even seen a Blu-ray packaging, but this is a Blu-ray packaging. For those of you who don't know what a Blu-ray packaging is, well, you know, DVDs were one thing, but then the step up from that was a Blu-ray DVD, and you have to have a DVD player that does Blu-ray. So this is not, you know, if you don't have those players, you might still want to have it, but you know, to be able to play it, you got to have a Blu-ray player. So I'm going to open this. See, it's got several different big mixes. The main mix that we want you to take note of is the brand new Dave Fridmann's Atmos mix. For those of you who don't know what Atmos is, I mean, Atmos is the new system by which you can have sound that goes above you, it goes beside you, goes underneath you. Sound is really can go all around your you know, the listening area where you're at, and it's incredible. I mean, I mixed this. Well, Dave and his sons Mike and Jon mixed it, and then I was up there about a year ago, up there at their studio in Fredonia at Tarbox, and we did some tweaking, but a lot of it was already just sounding insane. And I think we all agreed that, you know, like some of these older mixes, especially like the 5.1 mixes and stuff, you know, when that came out in 2002, the 5.1 mixes were like a new great thing, but you still had to have a player, and you couldn't just hear it. You know, you can't hear it in your car, you can't hear it on your phone or anything. But the way the Atmos mixes are working now, and I think we tried to explain that inside here, is that, you know, the Atmos design of it is it knows what you're listening on. And so if you're listening on a giant system that can have, you know, some people have, you know, 50 speakers if you want to, it will adjust to that. But if you just have it in your headphones, it can adjust to that. So I don't want you to shy away from having the Atmos experience because you don't have a Blu-ray. You can still have it because the Atmos is there. It's going to adjust to whatever you're listening to. This has the high-res, a couple high-res Dolby mixes as well. And so, yeah, lots of great stuff. So I'm going to try to open it best I can. And we're going to see, I remember designing this, but I don't really, you don't really think about it until you're like, oh yeah, there it is, you know. So lots of great stuff. So it's got a book, few more of these Yoshimi Battles the Pink Robots paintings that have been part of the Yoshimi Battles Pink Robots albums and all the different releases. Warner Brothers packaging is always immaculate. It even feels good in your hand. The coloring is amazing. Has a little drawing that I did of all the different speakers sort of shooting at the back of your head there. And then I give a little short interview with Dave Fridmann, and I think Mike and Jon are both part of the interview. Sort of, you know, tells what, you know, how it works and why it works and the evolution, a little bit of these ideas. Those are actual pictures of Jon and Dave sitting there in Tarbox Road Studios, making the Atmos mix here. So yeah, you've got the Atmos mix is one part of the menu. Surround 5.1 surround sound is one part of the menu. The 2.0 stereo is another part of the menu. This has these little video accompaniments when you're playing the music. You know, the way that music DVDs worked back in the day is, you know, a menu would come up and then you'd have some screensaver type of thing that you would be on your you know, on your TV, but mostly you're just looking at a static picture while you're listening to music. Well, even back when we did the 5.1 originally, we had these things, we had to come up with the name of them. They're called these Bleep Blops, and it was a program that could follow the music, and of course everybody has that now, but back in 2002 it was pretty crazy to see this type of animation. And so reissuing it, the 5.1 surround mix, we thought we should reissue those too. So those come on here. They're little animations that bounce along with the music, and they're cool in the different colors, different sort of arrangements, but they're a lot of fun. And there's a series of music videos. Now those don't play, you have to play those on their own. They're not just going to play when you put up the song, but I think it's for, there's Do You Realize? A couple Do You Realize videos. Fight Test. Hypnotist. And Yoshimi Battles Pink Robots Part 1. So lots of great stuff on there. I mean, and nice looking packaging here. Like I said, the paintings. Here's the Blu-ray DVD itself. I mean, nowadays you can just do all this amazing printing. It's just so beautiful. And this behind the cover is another one of these paintings. I don't know if we've seen that one yet. Maybe so. The crowd watching Yoshimi battling the pink robot there. That's a lot of fun. Yeah. And yeah, this the Blu-ray. I like this sort of packaging. It just all just feels so good. I mean, I'm back from, we made our first record. I did the album cover myself, just right there on my kitchen table. So I like having real things that you can hold on to. It doesn't mean I don't also enjoy having it on my phone, just in the cloud, and having music just always available. But I like having packaging and things that you can hold on to, and it feels good. It's got the big list of all the stuff on the back, and yeah. But the most exciting thing is that you get to kind of sit there in a kind of a purposeful way and hear this amazing Atmos mix that Dave Fridmann and Mike and Jon did, and it's just absolutely beautiful. And Scott Booker, our manager, he worked at a record store back in the day. That's really how we got to know him, and he's so meticulous and hardworking about these sorts of releases, because they're so special, because he really does love sort of curating these things and finding out what we can use and how we can use it and how it can all be put onto all sort of stuck on this thing together. So I think you're really going to love this. So thank you, Scott, for working so hard and really having such love for these types of things. And the designer I work with, Dave Hoffner, he's amazing. And so yeah, between Dave and Mike and Jon and Dave Hoffner and Scott Booker, well done. Here it is. Here's a real thing that you can hold, and listening to it is really the great explosive experience. So anyway, I love you. Here it is. Yeah.